me on airplane mode. You can put me on.
Hey, you surprised? It's a face you haven't seen in a long time. They call me the boss. Welcome to Tuesday Night Flight, presented to you by the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. Like I said, I'm the boss B, sitting in for the Midnight Rider, and I'm gonna fix this because I keep having issues. See, that's what happens when you're not on the show for a while, right? But boss B here, that gentleman, the upper right hand of your screen is the gentleman Jack Carr. His show, if you missed it yesterday, 8 p.m. in the passenger seat. Of course, his co-host of that show is the Midnight Rider. Yeah. And then last, but of course not least, our CCEEOO of the Sideline Junkie Podcast Network. And I have no idea what that means. But our big guy, KG, producer extraordinaire. Good evening, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
Doing well.
Good. I got beef for both of y'all real quick before we go into the show. I'm gonna fire y'all and I'm gonna hire y'all back at 12:01. I got beef with you, Jack, because you got the best background of everybody, and I got beef with my brother because he's trying to have me lift a 600-pound floor model TV. God knows where.
I just need to get it in the living room. That's it.
Yeah,
it's $35. Come on, you can $35 for this TV. Then I found a component system. Man, I got everything set up and ready to go. All I need is help getting it in the house.
If you can calculate the price to weight ratio, I'll lift it. Okay. Because what you said is $35, but it's 600 pounds.
I didn't say it was 600 pounds. You said it was 600
No. It's 600 pounds. I know it's 600 pounds.
It's an actual floor model TV from the 80s. Not the 70s joint, the 80s. I'm talking about with the big screen and the numbers on the side and the speaker with the drawers at the bottom. Yeah.
Everything built in, 600 pounds.
Everything built in. I found it. And we're rolling with it.
No. That's what you need to do. You need to find something to roll it on. That's what you need to do. That's what you need. You need a forklift to get it up the steps and then roll it into the door. That's what you need to do. Okay. You're about to have me throw my back out. This ain't, like I said in the chat, this ain't 20 years ago. So, we got to be careful with our bodies. We're delicate now. We're endangered species. We've crossed that path.
I hear you talking.
Anyway, tonight's show, we're doing a NFC preview. We're going to pick our division winners from each of the 4 divisions, and then we're going to go over the top 25. We'll probably do the top 10. Just catch up on what happened in the weekend of college football. KG, I'm going to let you take over, let you run it, and start us off, man. Where are we going?
Well, first and foremost, as the boss BJ said, how's everybody doing? See everybody in the comments. That's me. See everybody in the comments. Anthony, I'm gonna get to your comment in a minute, man. But I'm glad you checking in. I got no beef. You took it. I got nothing. Anthony's checking in. Ren, the faceless artist. Hey gang, I'm here now. Good to see you here. I can see you over there too. Jesse checking in. What up, guys? What's happening? Jesse J Dub checking in. What's happening? Got to start this off. A little bit of bad news. Coach George Raveling, also Nike board exec, passed away yesterday. For those that don't know, George Raveling is actually from DC. Played ball at Villanova. Him and John Thompson were very, very close. Grew up together. He was an assistant at Villanova, assistant at Maryland from 69 to 72 under Lefty. Became the first black coach in the ACC during that stint. He went to be the head coach at Washington State from 72 to 83. 83 to 86, he coached at Iowa. And from 86 to 94, he coached at USC. I myself was familiar with him at USC because I remember when Bo Kimball and Hank Gellers were at USC, he revoked their scholarships because they didn't respond in time, and everybody was mad at him. But he did it for the way to school to go. So, no hate there. Gentlemen, any thoughts on the icon George Ravner?
All I got is a simple rest in peace to a trailblazer.
Jack, I think you're muted.
I think I'm back, right?
There you go.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yep.
So, yeah, KG filled in, what I was going to say. Definitely went to Villanova. But one thing, he was a close friend to Michael Jordan, too, and a mentor. I recall Mike talking about him a lot. And I believe Mike wrote some notes or something at his book reveal. I can't remember how it went, but Mike admires the man as a friend and a mentor, and that's cool. And yeah, God bless his family. That's all I got on George.
What we listening to?
Oh shoot! I know what we listening to. My bad, boss.
We on Pornhub? Where
Damn.
we going? What we got going over here?
Ain't no porn.
Hold on, Jack. Hold on, Jack.
Ain't no
Brenda
porn,
Faceless
man.
artist, what she's going by now. She says, "May he rest in peace." Jesse said, "Rest in peace, George Ravlin." I'll say this: if you've ever read the book, "I Came as a Shadow," John Thompson's autobiography, which was released right before he passed. If you have not read that, please go pick it up and read it. Excellent read. He talks about that. He talks about George Ravlin in that book as well. So check that out. But as Jack said, rest in peace and condolences to his family.
Yeah.
Now we got to get to the meat and potatoes of the weekend. I'm not a happy camper. I'm not a happy camper.
Why you not happy? Let me see.
Oh, Anthony got it. He hit the nail on the head. So much for your Irish blowing out Miami at home, like most of the YouTubers that cover the Irish were saying. It was a close game, but Miami won. Miami did win. So. Jack, hit me off. What's up with this topic, man? What did shook up?
Well, everything got shook up. You know that. It was a crazy top 10 weekend. I love college football starting like that. You know what I'm saying? All them top 10 matchups was amazing. And they were low-scoring affairs versus how they've been in the past, man. Did you guys notice all 3 or 4 of those matchups were low-scoring, not high-scoring affairs? I think the Notre Dame game went into halftime 7-0. Can you correct me on that, KG?
Let me look it up. I'll give you 1 second. I think it was 14-7 at the half, but let me double check.
Was it that much? Okay. But it's been, if you want to talk about the Notre Dame game, they just I think the better team won. Miami just was the best team like that. Notre Dame couldn't get going. Their quarterback, Mr. Carr, quarterback named Carr, he couldn't get the offense going. And Love didn't do well at all either. I mean, they were keying on Love, in my opinion. That's what I'd have done if I was Miami, because I think that's all the offense that Notre Dame's really got this year. Did you watch that Notre Dame game, B?
Nah, I didn't catch it.
Okay. And then last night we had the Coach Belichick college debut. It went about the way his pro football debut went. It was a blowout. saw Coach Belichick say, I hope it don't go like my pro football debut. Well, it did.
And it did. Yes,
Um,
it did.
they came out. Carolina came out first drive. It was like, holy moly, here we go.
Yeah.
And they couldn't find nothing again until they put one of their backup quarterbacks in, Max Johnson. Max Johnson looked sharp for UNC. I'm not sure what Belichick's quarterback carousel looks like, but that boy Max Johnson looks sharp. And he ended up throwing a touchdown to his brother. I did not catch his brother's name, but his brother is a receiver on the team. And it's not the first time he's thrown a touchdown to him. They transferred to Carolina from either Texas Tech or Texas A&M. And they play ball there. And Midnight Rider hit me up over the weekend. He's like, Jack, I proposed a game, BJ. I propose we do a drinking game. Every time that somebody says transfer during the game, you got to drink.
Oh, you be
Midnight Rider
dead.
said, dude, I'd be in the emergency room with alcohol poisoning.
Man. By the end of the first quarter, you be calling an ambulance.
BJ, they say, we got transferred from Tulane, but he was over there at Paul Tuckett before that. I mean, it's gonna be like boxing, you know. Here comes Julian Smith by ways of Tulane, University of Maryland, and South Carolina. I don't get it, man. I mean, we all know the transfer portal's nuts. But let's get down to what I wanted to get down with is my new top 10. So the top 10 this week, I moved Penn State up to the number 1 spot. And then I got Ohio State at number 2.
Really?
Yes, sir. LSU with that big win over Clemson. That was nice. We'll take the number 3 spot. Miami with that nice win over Notre Dame. I believe Notre Dame was in my 4 spot. I was looking for last week's poll. Why can I find it? So Miami at number 4. Georgia Bulldogs at number 5. Oregon Ducks at number 6. Clemson Tigers number 7. Texas number 8. Notre Dame number 9. I'm telling you, I didn't see. I know it was the first game of the season, and you know, defenses usually start clicking before offenses do, is what they say. But I don't see nothing. No quarterback. I don't see a quarterback at Notre Dame, man. Everybody can say love is all that matters or love is all you need, but I don't think Mr. Love can carry this team. So Notre Dame, are they going to be staying in my top 10? We will see. And anchoring the bottom at number 10 is a tough South Carolina Gamecocks team. They finished off last year tough, and looks like they're starting off this year just where they started off. So South Carolina cracks my top 10 this week. That's what I got on the top 10.
All right, now let me read the top 10 from the AP poll. And it was interesting you
All
had
right.
it switch. They got
What
Ohio State. They got Ohio State number 1, Penn State 2, LSU 3, Georgia Bulldogs 4, Miami 5, Oregon 6, Texas 7, Clemson 8, Notre Dame 9, and then South Carolina 10. Now let me ask you a question. You said you had Penn State 1 versus Ohio State. You don't think that Penn State game versus Nevada was lesser competition than Ohio State and Texas?
Yeah, BJ, I do. I understand what you're saying. I look at it like that. But I had Penn State at number 1 last week.
Okay.
So I don't see no reason for them to move just because that's what their schedule looked like. I still think they're a strong team. I had Penn State 1, Clemson 2 last week.
And to you, Penn State went out and did what they were supposed to do against Nevada, basically, right?
They went out there and it was damn near like a preseason game for the NFL. They went out there, they operated, they seen some things. Let's control things so nobody gets hurt in this game. But yeah, I think they did what they had to do. It wasn't a thriller, you know. It wasn't like it was going to be an upset.
But
Uh,
I think that's what you want to see. You want to see a team, you want to see an upper echelon team go in and take care of those type of teams, without a shadow of a doubt, and have their way with them, and show you why they're in the top 10, the top 5, or they're 1 and 2. That I think that's what you want to. You want to see a Penn State handle Nevada. You want to see Georgia run over Marshall. You know what I'm saying? You want to see that because those are supposed to be your dominant teams. Um, Jack, it's nothing but
yeah,
cupcake games.
definitely.
It's nothing but cupcake games next week for a lot of these teams. I think the only significant opponent is Oregon. I think that's Oklahoma State they play.
I think there's three good matchups that I've seen
For the
coming
top
up.
10?
I was going to go over those on Thursday. No, not necessarily top 10, but we can,
Okay.
they're top 25. They're top 25.
Okay. I was just going over the top 10 teams and who they play next week. It's just, like I said, it's a whole bunch of
Right.
cupcake icing games. Like I said, I think this is Oklahoma State, Oregon plays. That might be the most competitive game out of the top 10, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Penn State plays some jokes in Florida International. Texas has San Jose. I mean, yeah, you're pretty right. I'm trying to find that matchup that I saw. I saw 2 or 3 matchups that I thought would be interesting in the top
KG,
25.
you in front of your computer?
Yes, sir.
Who does South Carolina play next week? Who do Gamecocks play next week?
Michigan plays Oklahoma next week. That should be okay.
Yeah. That should be a good game.
South Carolina State.
Okay, South Carolina State. Yeah,
And another game I'm looking at is the South Florida game. Don't sleep on South Florida. I like their offense.
That's what Maddie just said. South Florida versus Florida and Michigan versus Oklahoma are the best for
I didn't
week
even
2.
see that. Yeah. And I like that Ole Miss Kentucky matchup too. Kentucky's been improving over there throughout the years.
yeah.
That was the 3 that I had on my list just to keep an eye on this week. But it's we're just talking about early season, and some of them only got their first loss. But you can't bump everybody out of the top 10 because they get a loss right now, especially those losses they got. They don't hurt as bad as an upset, So it's going to be an interesting season. There's going to be a lot of matchups like this in the SEC and the Big Ten. That's because they have 17 of the 25 spots are held by SEC or Big Ten teams.
Yeah.
So you'll see more of those matchups in the SEC or Big Ten versus the ACC. ACC, the only matchups you're going to have is the Clemsons and the Miamis. And I'll tell you, don't sleep on Duke this year. Duke's got a nice quarterback over there. I've been keeping my eye on. Marlowe. I'm going to talk about him more on Thursday.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
A couple
good.
of comments real quick. Jesse said my Michigan Wolverines won, but we dropped 14-15. J Dove said Notre Dame has no offense until the fourth quarter. Yeah, and it was 14-7 at the half. Jesse said he felt sorry for Coach Belichick. He never seen anything like that. What do you mean he never seen? Like, this man is a how many times Super Bowl champion?
He knows what he got over there.
He's been through that.
His game plan in the 1990 Super Bowl is actually in the Hall of Fame.
Watch your
that
mouth.
game plan against Buffalo is in the Hall of Fame.
Watch your mouth.
Watch
your mouth.
I'm sorry, B, but
now,
I got
now I'm gonna help you with the floor model TV, and I'm gonna make sure my end is real heavy for you. I'm gonna have you doing 80% of the work. I'm gonna help you now. Don't worry about it.
I'm glad I'm out of that project.
Well, Jack, you gotta help me come. You gotta help come hook up the component system. You gotta run the speaker wire. Lovey, Jack gonna help run the speaker wire for the component system with the glass doors.
Oh man!
So we gotta find a stud finder so we can hang the speakers off the wall so we can have the whole living room shaking. Thank you.
We just let you know pizza and beer ain't payment.
Tell her she gotta get a staple gun so I can.
She's so quiet.
She gotta get a staple gun so I can hang the wire.
Maddie
sheesh.
checking in. He said his draft was a little bit late. Xavier said, what team had the QB that was looking for contact every time he ran the ball? QB that was looking for contact?
I don't know.
No.
said
You're
it
gonna
was
have to go.
Not looking for contact.
He said
Yeah,
it was
you
a
got-
green. It was somebody with a green jersey.
No, the jerseys was black, the logo was green, and it was a U that looked like a bull.
Oh,
South
that's
Florida?
you
South
South
Florida.
Florida. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. It's cool.
You look like a bull.
looking for
Yeah.
contact.
Hey, it might not be a quarterback for long.
Now, let me ask you a question, Jack. With your top 10, and your top 10 is not far off, with the cupcakes is coming, do you see any moving and shaking coming week 2 if everybody wins the games they supposed to win?
No, I don't think there's going to be no change next week because there's nothing on the slate. There's the top 10 schedule is, as BJ said, it's cupcake time. Let's sing Kumbaya and break out the cupcakes.
Now, who does Florida State play next week?
Florida State's got East Texas. East Texas A&M
okay, nah,
at Florida
Yeah.
State. But I tell you what, I liked what I saw from Florida State. That was the next thing coming out of my mind.
Yes, sir.
Man, that little young quarterback looked good. And I tell you, Florida State looked good all around.
they did. Drop Alabama right out of that. I think Alabama in the 20s now, ain't they?
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel for,
Yeah,
what's his
21.
name again? Oh, the coach, his name from Washington. Boyers?
I don't feel for him.
You know, Rod always keeps you in. What's his name?
See, I'm not as strong as a bottom
Yeah.
as Midnight Rider is.
It'd be funny
Wait a
to
minute.
see Alabama jump out of the top 20.
It certainly doesn't look right. Seeing them at 21, so. But
DeVore. That's Kalen DeVore.
Florida State got 2. I'm not gonna say cupcake, but they got East Texas A&M on Saturday.
Mhm.
2 weeks after that, they got Kent State in Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Then they play
Oh,
Virginia.
let's give Kent State a shout out. They broke that losing streak. Let's give them a shout out. How many games was that, Maddie?
21.
Shout out Kent State. Ooh, cookie.
Yeah, nice.
21.
Good job.
And that's what Maddie just said. For 1 week, Kent State has more wins than Texas, Alabama, and Notre Dame.
Let's go, Kent State.
And Anthony said Bama was the most overrated team in the top 5. They should have never been the number 2 team in the nation. That was all off of name recognition.
Yeah.
That's
No.
slowly, that's slowly going to fade away, too.
No saving. And then you can't stack the deck the way you used to because of NIL. Guys ain't getting no playing time. They're not going to stay there. They're going to leave.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Anthony said, KG Jack, can you tell me who George Raveling is?
What?
I never heard of him before.
What?
He was a coach at USC, one of the first black coaches in the ACC, sat on the board of directors at Nike for years.
Yeah, it's been Nike since I can
Yeah.
remember.
Because it was him, John Thompson. Of course, you got, I can't remember the CEO's name. Phil Knight. You had Tinker Hatfield. You got so many names that was on that board, and then him and John Thompson sat on that Nike board, and they would talk to reporters from what is the name of it? The reporters they would talk about black issues in coaching, and it's a clip. If I can find the clip again, it's somewhere on our Twitter page. But if I can find the clip again, it was him and John Thompson sitting on a panel. And that's when John Thompson made the famous quote. And I believe it wholeheartedly. Black coaches were never given the opportunity to fail. And it's true. So. And he said, I'm 35, so I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, yeah, that's cool. That's what we're here for.
I'm about to say that's what we here for.
We got you.
And he said this is why they don't take the preseason ranking seriously. They should do it based off previous season's performance instead of talent returning. Man, I never really liked preseason ranking in basketball or football. But when you come out, and I think Notre Dame played flat. Florida State took that mantra of when you fighting a gorilla, how do you beat a gorilla? You punch the gorilla in the mouth. And they punched the gorilla in the mouth and kept punching him in the mouth. So that's what Florida State did. Like Trent Richardson was talking about a couple plays where the O-lineman pancaked the guy. And then when he pancaked him, he went to go get up off him and he rubbed his junk on his head. And then he pushed his head in the dirt. Pretty much this is an all-day fight. Bring your lunch pail. And Alabama did not bring their lunch pail. So Xavier said they don't have a lot of star players at Alabama anymore. Nobody, you go where the money is. A Charger and a little bit of, $2,000-$3,000 ain't nothing compared to what these dudes are getting. A couple million here and there, man. Shit. Alabama don't have the pockets right now. But again, I said this early in the year. When the Ivy League jump in there and they got their donors and their endowments and all that, and they start giving people $40-50 million, Ivy League's going to be back on top where everybody's going to be going for sports because the NIL deals are going to be off the chain.
The Ivy League don't want no part of that.
Oh, sir, there's a report of the boosters of Yale, Harvard, Princeton saying we got enough money that we can outbid everybody. We can get all the talent. What do we got to do to get the talent? Just so we can win. They're not talking just basketball and football. They talking every sport.
So if they get the talent, if you got the money, then what are you gonna do about the grades and stuff? That's a whole nother.
But guess what? They already got that figured out too. They said all the tutoring you need, they're gonna pay for all of that. They're gonna make sure everything's on the up and up. There will be no problems.
Okay, I like to see this work.
Hey fellas, I didn't know this, but Alabama was 14-point favorites in that game too. So
I think it's because of how bad Florida State played last year. Florida State was horrible last year.
Yeah.
So
but with this,
they
transfer
were really
portal,
bad.
you can't go year to year. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Can't
Not
go
anymore.
off of that.
I think
And-
the only way you can go is if they got the same QB that proved themselves last year. If you got that QB coming back, I think you can give them some of the benefit of the doubt. But it's just so many changing pieces with college sports. Period. Now, it's hard. You have to see them. Like you need to see Ohio State and Texas play to see because they got heavyweights. You need to see them play to see. Like, okay, this is a good measuring stick for both teams, but like I said, I'm looking at the top 10 of who they played. It's a couple of these teams like you can't, we got to see what Penn State can do. Still, we got to see what Georgia is made of, and when they play somebody of Oregon, they play Montana State. It's not showing you anything.
Well, if Alabama keeps on tumbling. Because I think last year was a 4-loss season. That's not acceptable down there. And if the board can't get shit straight, he's got a $63 million buyout they'd have to do to get rid of him. The highest one in football right now. So I think the board's there for a little while. And I don't see Alabama throwing $63 million out the window.
Man.
So I don't know. He brought in a new,
They already got odds on who's going to be the next Alabama coach by week 6.
I know.
Yeah, that's not going. You can't fire. I don't think you can fire unless he goes winless to week 6. You can't fire him.
No.
And then the other problem is we're not talking about Maryland. We're talking about Alabama. You just can't you can't just plug and play a coach here. You have to find somebody because it's not just about football. It's a way of life, and you have to find not only a coach, but a personality that can handle what goes on in Alabama and the scrutiny and everything that comes along with it. Um, it's kind of like that Dallas Cowboys attention. You know, everywhere you go, you know, cameras on you. You got these expectations. Just like Jack said, 4 loss season, that's not going to be tolerated down there. But then it's like, who do you get to replace it? You got to find somebody that can come down there and be able to recruit, or not even be able to recruit, but be able to do all the new transfer portal, NIL stuff. You got to handle that stuff and still compete for a national championship. That's few and far between. We talking about a handful of coaches and half your hand empty.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Anthony said, Florida State got the switch. Took Alabama to the woodshed.
Maddie's Kent State's got a nice matchup. Am I lagging behind y'all or something? Because when I talk, it's different.
Yeah, you're a little behind now.
Izzy, I wasn't paying.
Yeah, y'all
Just
took a little
a
while
tad.
to answer that.
Just a tad, Jay. You're not far
All right,
behind.
but what I was getting at was Maddie's Kent State plays Texas Tech this week.
Yeah.
The losing streak goes back to 1.
Anthony said that that's why Bama is so upset that Miami is doing with this with recruiting, because now they can't pay players under the table like they used to.
I've been saying that for a long time. When the game changed, the maestro of the game bowed out. I ain't gonna say no names.
Yep. And Anthony said KG, the hiring of the former head coach at Auburn and UCF to be their OC at Florida State was a good hire. I agree with that. He said, I think Miami has one of the toughest schedules in the top 10 because USF is not a cakewalk like people think they are. They've never been a cakewalk. And Xavier Carson Beck left Georgia and went to Miami for the girls.
He looked good. He looked good the other night.
Yeah, he did.
He looked good. He looked good.
Matter of fact, they say his old girlfriend broke up with him. He got a new girlfriend down there. That's why he playing so well.
South Beach, South Side. South Side.
And he said there's nothing to do in Tuscaloosa. They only have high school football and Crimson Tide.
That's true.
KG, this is what makes me mad. I was going through Alabama fan message boards, and they were saying that the only reason why why Florida State won that game was because the referees were favoring. No, they didn't. Florida State won that game fair and square. And Maddie said Texas A&M will beat us by 70. Oh no, Texas Tech. Texas Tech, not A&M, will beat us by 70. So
yeah,
fellas, let's jump out of this. Take a break. Come back, reset. And we're going to talk about some NFC football. So don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. And just like that, we are back with a mouthful of chips. I'm sorry, I'm hungry. But we got the NFC preview up round. Let me get a pencil so I can write these down. We did the AFC on Sunday. Now we're coming back doing the NFC. Each division, we're going to do a winner. Who wins it? And then we're going to go and pick our wild card playoff teams. Well, wild card teams as well as the playoff teams, because you know the division winners, you got to have 3 wild cards. So we got BJ sitting in, Jack and myself. We all sitting here on this panel. So to start off, let's start off with the NFC North. The Lions won the North last year with a 15-2 record. They were 8-0 on the road. The Vikings started out hot and looked like they were going to run away with this. But they came in second with 14-3. The Packers were 11-6, and the Bears brung up the rear at 5-12. Start with, you want to start, Jack, or BJ? Which one of y'all want to start?
It
Sure.
doesn't matter, Jack. You can start, Jack.
All right. Let me get my shit straight. Okay. Where are we going? Going with the North. I
Yep.
like the North.
Yeah.
The North was one of the more exciting divisions in football last year, with 3 double-digit win teams had double digits in the win column. The Vikings, the Packers, and the Lions. Chicago, they still going to be learning, but I expect some improvement out of them. New coach, new system. Caleb Williams, second year. Tight end, Komet, I like him. I just think Chicago, they're going to still stay down there in the cellar. This is Minnesota, Detroit, and Green Bay's world. And I like what they're doing in Green Bay, man. Not to mention they picked up Michael Parsons from Dallas. So that just strengthens that defense more. So I didn't think Green Bay's defense was that bad. Man, I'm gonna go with Love and take the Packers to win this year. And Minnesota Vikings will be in second. I think Detroit will be in third. Not enough to get into a wild card this year. I think Detroit's going to have a hiccup year. I don't know. I got a feeling that Detroit is not going to be that big 12, 13 win team. They might be a 9 or 10 win team. And I consider that a little bit of a hiccup for Detroit, the way they've been rolling the past 2-3 years. So I'm going with Green Bay Packers to win the North. Minnesota Vikings second, Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears. That order. BJ, what you got?
I'm gonna go with the champs until somebody prove otherwise. They can beat them. They had a lot of injuries last year, and then of course, losing in the playoffs to the Commanders at home. That's gonna be a chip on their shoulder. Now, I do agree with Michael Parsons coming to Green Bay. That's gonna definitely bolster them and give them an edge they need. I mean, you're talking about MVP, defensive MVP type player. That's going to change that landscape. But I'm still rolling with Detroit there. I agree with you about the bottom, the Chicago Bears. I forgot the name of the coach that came from the offensive coordinator that came from Detroit. We'll see how quick he can turn it around, how quick he can get Caleb Williams and all everybody on board and change the culture over there. But they got a ways to go. I wouldn't be surprised if they look a lot better, but they still got. I still don't see them beating Detroit or Green Bay to win out the division. So I'm gonna go Detroit, Green Bay. I think that's going to be really close. I really do. I think that's going to be really close because of what happened with Michael Parsons. Minnesota, and then at the bottom, finishing out the NFC North, the Chicago Bears.
I got to go with Detroit, Green Bay second, Minnesota third. But, of course, the Chicago Bears. I don't really have too much faith in Chicago, no matter who's the coach. I don't have any faith in Caleb Williams. It's like, he got a good head on his shoulders, but everybody says the same thing. He just won't listen. And that hurts. That hurts. And I remember I talked to a guy. We were in the Target, and he was talking about Caleb Williams, and he was like, I'm a quarterback coach. Oh, yeah? Where you a quarterback coach at? He couldn't tell me where he was a quarterback coach at. But he was like, yeah, Caleb Williams, his hand placement, that's the problem. I'm like, oh, God, no, it's not. Number one, he don't have any weapons. Then when he got weapons, it just don't work. But Chicago's going to bring up the rear this season. It's not gonna turn around to season 3 for Caleb Williams. Just being honest. JoJo said the Packers. She got the Pack winning.
Of course she does.
And Maddie said Green Bay wins it. Detroit gets in the wild card. And my surprise team to make the playoffs, Chicago. Can you Blue Magic guarantee that, Jack? If you Blue Magic that, I want to write that down and say Maddie's Blue Magic. And JoJo said Jesse Young, why? Look at his roster. It's one game. I'm guessing that's about the Michigan comment. We got the best division. We might get all 4 in. I don't know about that.
All 4? All 4 what?
You can't shit. You get all 4 teams and you use a bad conference.
I don't know, JoJo. You sipping, JoJo?
Maddie
You
said
gotta beat each other. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna beat each other enough to where everybody won't have enough wins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that might happen. That might happen. You know, I don't know.
No, Chicago ain't going to playoffs.
Hold on. We got a Blue Magic guarantee on the line.
It's
Maddie.
It's a short. It's a like it's a you pressure them into that Blue Magic guarantee, but
it does look like his little meme got taken poop. Maddie, did you see my face when he asked Blue Magic? I just said, close my mouth. No,
man, look.
Blue Magic. That's not something we play with around here, y'all.
Well, it's in the book now.
It's in the book.
Well, and for those that are unaware, when we say Blue Magic guarantee, that means you stand by it. You guarantee it. It's the best Blue Magic out there. It's the best thing out there. Maddie said, I don't even know what it is. Man,
how you 2 Blue Magics? I've called 2 Blue Magics, and I'm 1 for 1. I won one, I lost one. So I tread lightly on the Blue Magic, man, because it's gotta be real.
Got to be on point. We gotta educate Maddie on the Blue Magic guarantee.
Yeah, I got
sideline. The sideline.
I don't even know what it is.
As soon as this show over, I'm gonna send the group a message because the Blue Magic guarantee is across all platforms, across all shows.
It is.
All right.
Xavier said the Vikings winning it all. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Y'all got
the
smoke. Y'all got the smoke detector over there with the CO2 in it.
Man, he got to be. It's more than that. He's smoking something.
Oh, you on that Chiba, huh?
Change your battery because you know what I'm saying.
I forgot. I
just want to make sure y'all safe over there. You want me to lift a 600-pound TV? Your son talking about the Vikings winning the NFC North. Like, hold on, let me put my glasses on. Maybe it's my glasses.
You're straight, BJ. Straighten up.
And
it's still bullshit.
That was my pass rush. We have a good defense that QBs just had too much time. We had to blitz. I mean, y'all good. Green Bay gonna be good.
That definitely tightened up that defense, no doubt, 100%. You can be a blind man and see that.
And Maddie said, I think the AFC West is slightly better than the NFC North, but it is close. Hey, that's saying a lot right there.
Yes.
And he said, but if it makes for a good bit, I'm good for it. Yeah, it makes for a really good bit because you got to stand by it. You got to guarantee it, and you stood by that. I got that written down.
Oh, man. Maddie, after the show, get you a drink, man.
Next up, we got the NFC South where the Buccaneers won it at 10-7. Falcons brought up the second place for 8-9, and the Panthers and the Saints all finished 5-12. This is probably the weakest conference in the NFC. And it seems like it's the weakest conference in the NFC, and the AFC South is the weakest conference in the AFC. The South don't have nothing to say this time. Jack, what you got?
Yeah, you're right. South ain't got much to say, especially down there in New Orleans when you got to put Spencer Rattler as your starting QB. That's sad. Pick off Rattler. That's my boy. Go pick Rattler. I'm telling you, I don't know how much money I won on him throwing interceptions, man. The Saints, buoy. Just throw them. I'm telling you what, I got the trust in Michael Penix over there in the ATL, man. I think Michael Penix is going to turn it out with Bijan Robinson, Drake London. I think Atlanta's going to be the surprise squad that's going to turn it out. Baker Mayfield and them, Tampa Bay, I think it's going to be a battle between them two because I don't feel much coming out of Carolina either. So I'm going to go Atlanta Falcons to win the NFC South. Tampa Bay Bucks right there behind them, battling. Panthers, Saints after that. So Atlanta Falcons win the NFC South for me.
Oh man, NFC South. So I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay and Baker. Got trust Baker. He still got Evans, Godwin. He still got all his weapons. I think we need to see Penix take that next step, right? He got the weapons. Like Jack just said, he got the weapons. He got the running back. He has the receivers. I think it's between these two teams here. I think Tampa Bay edges them out. I mean, does it matter who finishes third and fourth at this point? New Orleans need to finish as low as they can so they can get them a quarterback in this upcoming draft. And we'll see. What's the QB name in Carolina? Help me, please.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. Thank you. We'll see if we get a better year out of Bryce Young. Just step forward. But it's going to be between Tampa Bay and Atlanta, and I'm taking Tampa Bay to win the NFC South.
I'm so sorry. I wrote that wrong.
You said Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay and Baker. Go Baker.
You're right. I have to be good. And so it's like I should Tampa Bay because I'm cheering. I got the quarterback on my side. Yeah.
What you got, KG?
Well, I think the Falcons are going to be your division champs. I think Tampa Bay is going to fall to third. I think the Panthers are going to show out and show up this year. So
division.
I don't know. I got a funny feeling about the Panthers. I do.
Got them win.
No. I think they'll come in second and the Buccaneers will come in third. I think it'll be a little bit more competitive this year, but I think because remember, the Falcons didn't catch their legs until the second half of the season. They didn't catch their legs to the second half. And the Buccaneers were up and down, but I think Mike Evans is going to have a great season regardless. So that's going to happen regardless. But the Buccaneers, they won't win the division this year. This is all to the Falcons. And JoJo said, "Who said that? What you talking about? The Blue Magic guarantee? Maddie put up the Blue Magic guarantee." Scooter checking in. He said Maddie is drunk after the big KFFL draft. Come on now. Why is nothing popping up here? Ain't got nothing on the. Come on. Let's give me a fit here. Damien says Lions win the North, gives a nuclear weapon.
Nice.
Now I'm having all kinds of issues here.
Nah, it's all good. What are we doing next? The NFC West?
Yeah, man. I'll get to your comments. Let me figure this out. Let me get to your comments. Let's hit the NFC West.
Yeah, we'll move on to the NFC West. Jack, what's your predictions for the NFC West while KG work out some bugs?
Well, I think we're going to have Wild in the West. I think we're going to have Wild West. I mean, that's going to happen. Got your emoji. Hey, get up. Like, be Jack. I don't know what San Fran's going to do this year. I mean, I thought they had enough on the carry was most year, but I thought San Fran had enough time around to make more noise than they did. Arizona Cardinals, Seahawks.
All right, KG dropped out. Jack, did you mute? I can't hear you, Jack. KG, you there? There we
Yeah,
go.
I'm back here. I'm back.
Okay. Jack, is Jack mic muted?
Yep. He
Okay.
muted. Let me
Okay,
see.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I
Don't
think
worry.
it's
Don't worry.
out.
Don't worry. I'll pick it up. You pick it up when you can get it fixed, Jack. So NFC West for me, I'm gonna give you my sleeper team. If everybody's healthy this year, I like the Cardinals.
Ooh.
I like the Cardinals. Seattle lost Geno. So if everybody's healthy this year, Kyler Murray's healthy. We got Marvin Harrison Jr. over there. If everybody's healthy over there, I like the Cardinals. That's my sleeper team to win the division. I like, of course, the easy pick would be the 49ers, but they lost Debo. They got a couple issues over there. I mean, they still got their QB. The Rams still have Matthew Stafford. I think this is one of those divisions where this is for me, this is the only division where it's three possibles in the NFC, and that's the 49ers, the Rams, and the Cardinals. But of course, I got to pick one. I'm not going to Blue Magic guarantee anything. This is not a Blue Magic guarantee. But give me the Arizona Cardinals to win the NFC West. Give me the Cardinals to win the West. Give me the Rams second, and give me the 49ers third. And then the Seahawks, they're fourth, but they way down at the bottom fourth, way down there.
Dang.
Even Sam Darnold?
Wait. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
What you got, Jack?
Well, I just don't know how San Fran keeps doing what they're doing. I mean, I thought they had a nice enough squad last year to win a few more games than they did. I mean, they only won 6 games last year. I mean, McCaffrey was out. Yes, he was, but I don't know. I think once they figured they was out of the hunt, they was out of it. So I'm going to go with the Rams to repeat as conference champs. They're just they're hitting and sticking like Popeye's chicken, man. They've been clicking a whole season. They was just, on point last year. A couple bumps hurt them in the playoffs, but I go with the Rams to win the NFC West again. And it's going to be a tight division, just like it was last year. They had 2 games separating the top 3 teams. And I think Seattle's going to be giving them some trouble, just like they did last year. So they ended up tying Seattle in the West last year, but the Rams got the tiebreaker. So I was getting ready to pick Seattle to win this, but they're going to be right there. So I got the Rams winning this and Seattle being close enough that they're going to be a wild card selection. So Arizona Cardinals, I'm just not into no Kyler Murray. I don't think Kyler Murray's got it, man. So it's going to be Los Angeles, Seattle, San Fran, Arizona. That's my order. BJ, you guys already finished, didn't you?
Well, I didn't get mine.
Okay, big guy, go ahead.
Well, Seattle, I'm sorry, the Rams won the division last year, 10-7, Seattle 10-7, Cardinals 8-9, 6-11, 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
The Seahawks couldn't win at home for last year. They were 3-6 at home, 7-1 on the road. That's crazy. The Cardinals at home were 6-3, 2-6 on the road. But I got Seattle winning this division with the 49ers bringing up second, the Rams bringing up third, and the Cardinals bringing up last. That's just where I'm going to go with that. Go ahead.
But listen to this, man. I was just looking at the standings from last year as well. The Rams were 10-7, yet they were outscored 386 to 367. Ain't
Yes.
that nuts?
When you said that, I was like, I think I know where he's going, but that's kind of crazy.
I didn't notice that till just now. And I don't see anybody else that has anything close to that. Most of the division winners, shit, they outscore their opponents by 100.
You would think.
They do. They do. 127 for the Buccaneers. Shit, almost 200 for Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit was, but remember, Detroit was knocking people upside their head early in the season. Detroit,
yeah, big games.
And Minnesota were knocking people upside their head.
Yep. So that's, I don't know if the AFC's in it. Yeah, the AFC is the same way. The closest team is the Houston Texans with the same record, but the Houston Texans gave up 372, and the Houston Texans scored 372.
Wow.
Yeah.
You talk about middle of the road. That's about as middle of the road as you're going to get. And
do that.
JoJo talking about Caleb Williams. He don't listen. KG, his old coach didn't even watch film with him, but he wasn't listening to the guy. Damian says Falcons win the South. Scooter said Bucks are just too good against everyone else. Could win 12. Xavier said, give me the Panthers with the Saints behind them. J Dub said, I say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win the South. Baker Mayfield playing good ball, or he was at the end of the season. Baker been playing good for the last couple of years. Maddie said, how you feel about Atlanta is me with Chicago. I don't trust Atlanta, and you think they're ready. I do. Because you got Penix, and I don't think Penix is going to have to look over his shoulder. So that's going to be a good thing.
Yeah, me too.
We couldn't hear you, Jack, but we got you now.
I said, yeah, me too. I think Atlanta's going to be fine.
And Scooter said, go Cards, absolutely, the wild cards.
Scoot.
Xavier said, give me Seahawks with the Rams behind. J-Dub said the Rams picked up Devontae Adams, but which Devontae Adams are you going to get? Rams win the West.
You're gonna get Sunshine Dante, man. That's the one you're gonna get, Sunshine Dante.
Yeah, because you're not gonna get. I don't think you're gonna get the Devontae Adams you think that you're gonna get. So
no, I think he's gonna be a number 3, an option. Maybe do some squat.
Now here we are in the East. Nen did our heart. Pretty much probably going to be the black and blue division. The Eagles won the division 14-3, went to the Super Bowl. They were 8-1 at home, 6-2 on the road. Behind them were the Commanders at 12-5. First time they won more than 10 games since 1991.
Wow.
Cowboys 7-10. Terrible at home, 2-7. The Giants were even worse. They were 1-8 at home, and they were 3-14. NFC East, what you got?
I think the East is going to surprise some people this year. I think the Giants have improved. Philly's improved. That scares me. Philly's made some good moves in all season. Washington is improved and has had another off-season bonding and getting the chemistry right and building this winning franchise that they're working on building in Washington. And I feel this is an important year. You go through some huge success, and the year following that is very important. So I think Daniels is going to hold up and perform as he did. And I'm looking forward to seeing Krosky Merritt, or as he's called, Jim. Is that what they're calling him now? Jim? I'm looking forward to seeing him ball.
Bill.
Bill. I knew it was a plain Jane name. Bill Krosky Merritt. We're just going to call him Bill from now on. Even though the Giants got Russell Wilson, the quarterback, I feel they improved. Not saying at the quarterback spot, but the team as a whole improved. Dallas, that's just a soap opera down there, and it's been a soap opera in Dallas for 4 or 5 years now, man. So let that stay down there because we don't want it in DC no more. The drama every off season, every in season. So I got the Cowboys pulling up the rear. Then I got the G-Man. And I think Philly's just going to stay just as strong. Philly's going to win the East. Washington's going to get a wild card with 11 wins. DJ?
So it must be an NFC East thing where y'all pass trophies around for the worst run team in the NFL. That went from Washington Commanders now to the Dallas Cowboys. So that's specifically an NFC East thing. That is a shit show down there in Arlington, Texas, wherever they are in Texas. It's a complete shit show. That is going to be your last place team. I think if Dak stays healthy with CD, they put numbers up, but you just lost Micah Parsons and the anchor of your defense. And I think it's going to be one of those things where next year when we start this, Jack is going to be reading off the Cowboys gave up 400 points and scored 380 or something. It's going to be something ridiculous. They're going to be in that situation. I think they're going to be one of those teams where they just kind of like Cincinnati last year, where they can score their asses off, but they can't stop anything. Give me Dallas fourth. It's going to be the same order. I think Russell Wilson at quarterback with the Giants, they do improve with Malik Neighbors and company. They get some offense going, but give me third with them. I'm hoping that Jaden Daniels don't hit that sophomore slump this year and, come out the gate swinging and they improve on what they did. That'll be Washington finish second. And it's not even just the NFC East. The NFC is Phillies to lose. They're just really, really good. I think how dominant their defensive line plays. We don't even I don't even have to talk about the offense. How dominant that defensive line is the stuff of nightmares. So right now, I think I know we'll get to that, but I think I see some of the same scenarios playing out from last year to this year, and Philly's going to win that NFC East, but Washington's going to be close behind, and Washington has to show that the improvements that they made over the offseason can beat Philadelphia. You don't have to beat them at their game. You have to beat them at your game, if that makes sense. You can't beat them with their defense. You have to go around that some type of way. You have to find your way to beat them. So we'll see how that plays out. But give me Philly winning the NFC East. KG, what you got?
I'm going to go ahead and flip the script. Commanders win the NFC East, winning 13 games. Philly number 2. The Giants improve, but here's the question about the Giants. Do the Giants start Russell or Jackson Dart? Because Jackson Dart, where's my pencil? Jackson Dart also had a pretty good preseason, looked really, really good. But I'm taking Washington to win the division, the Cowboys to bring up the rear. And this is probably Jack. Who you had Philly winning the division as well too?
Yes, sir.
All right. I don't
Come on,
like.
keep your notes straight. Keep your notes straight over there, big guy. We don't want to hear no riffraff at the end of the year.
I don't have Dallas doing much, even if Dak stays healthy. It's so much dysfunction down there. And one thing that Dallas has a problem with, they still don't have a run game. They have no run game.
They haven't for a while.
They haven't had a run game since Zeke's first stint in Dallas. And they had Tony Pollard. You let him walk. You let Zeke walk. You brought Zeke back. And then you never brought anybody else back. Like Dallas does not know. Dallas used to be the running back central. You had running backs like Preston Pearson, Tony Dorsett, Herschel Walker, Dwayne Thomas, Emmitt Smith.
I see what you're doing. Betamax, VHS. I see what you're doing.
You had Ezekiel Elliott. You had
So
running
going
back.
back Tony Dorsett.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're known to have a running game, even if it's run by committee. Even when Emmett was out, you had Sherman Williams. You had guys. They don't draft these guys. They don't do anything.
KG. Their running back room. Javonte Williams. Miles Sanders.
Who?
Jaden Blue. Who? Phil Maffa. Phil Maffa went to Clemson, but their running backs are not. Yeah. I mean, Williams did a little bit with the Rams. Ain't that the guy from the Rams?
Kyron Williams?
Javonte?
Oh, Javonte, what was his name?
So, yeah.
You've also had the decline of their
Javonte.
offensive line over the last couple of years.
Yeah, and they just Collins retired, Zach Martin retired. They run Collins back and cut him. So they've had a lot of. This is not a talent problem. This is a drafting problem, which turns it into a talent problem. So the root cause of the problem is drafting and free agent signings. And I agree with Midnight Rider when he says it. As long as Jerry Jones is in control in Dallas, I am happy because he is running a shit show. I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. So a couple of these comments.
Oh.
Go ahead, Jack.
That's the running back. That's the running back from Denver, fellas. Javonte Williams is the former running back of the Denver Broncos, not the Williams that was with the Rams.
Okay.
He's been in the league 5 years. I ain't heard much out of him.
Coach Powell said it must be a special show they got the boss on the air. Yeah. Xavier said, give me the E-Gales. E-G-A-L-E-S. You heard the mayor.
Check that smoke detector.
It's your people.
Check that smoke detector. I think the batteries are low.
Midnight Rider said Falcons and Bucks.
I think he huffing glue.
A glue, yeah. Detroit and Green Bay and the Rams. I think those are his playoff teams. Scooter said Eagles 12-5, Washington 9-8. Damn, that's a hell of a fall off. Dallas 7-10, New York 6-11. I don't think Washington's gonna fall off that bad, and Midnight Rider says, remember the NFC East plays the NFC North and AFC West. Now, NFC North, only team in the NFC North that's probably going to be a problem for the East is probably the Rams, and I don't think that's going to be big of a problem. Just being honest.
In the AFC what? West?
Say that again?
I don't think the only team in the West, in the NFC West, is going to be a problem is the Rams. And I don't think that's really big of a problem for the NFC East. Okay. J-Dub said Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants. Midnight Rider said, I appreciate it, but you shouldn't have to pay. You shouldn't have had to pay. Damian says, Blue going to emerge as a Gibbs type in Dallas. Okay.
What?
You willing to put Blue Magic on that too?
He right there with Xavier.
No, spray tan down in Dallas. It's another running back that they had that was good. Jesse said Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, and Chicago in the NFC North. Yes. Yes. The running back. As Scooter said, Blue can catch a lot. Yeah, but the question is,
I was trying to figure out where it came from.
Huh?
Yeah. He came out of Texas. And the thing is, you saying he can catch it. They didn't throw a pass up to him in the preseason at all. So, I don't know if that's one of his strengths.
And Midnight Rider said the history of the Dallas Cowboys, the Cowboys, the running backs for the Dallas Cowboys brought to you by PBS.
That's what I said. You went back VCR. You went back some ways to get that film.
Well, yeah, I gotta go get it. And Dallas got Marfa, and he gonna be nice. Collins is gone. Yeah, we'll see how nice it is. We'll see.
Marfa's okay.
And, Javonte Williams played for Denver. He's now 2 years removed from a bad knee injury. He's not gonna be able to carry the load that you need in Dallas. And Midnight Rider said AFC West. I don't see Washington regressing, and it's not because I'm a Commander fan. You gotta express what you feel. I think the Eagles are gonna be tight. It's gonna be a race like it was between the Vikings and the Lions in last year. That's the type of race you're gonna see with the Eagles and the Commanders. I think the Giants are 1 year off. If Jackson Dart holds a clipboard this year and they let Russell Wilson play, Jackson Dart will be your starter in the Meadowlands, the Giant side of the Meadowlands next year. Not this year, next year.
You're saying next year. I think Russ is a bad game away from Jackson Dart playing. I think Russ is on a real short leash. And if Russ come out banging and shooting and they're winning, cool. I think the moment he had now he gets a bad game and gets a redo, you'll see Jackson Dart in the second half. I think that's where the Giants are with Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart. That's just my opinion.
B, open the door. I don't know if it's gonna be the balcony, the upstairs door, the bottom door. Your nephew's coming to live with you. Sticking with football, which I'll trade Jaden Daniels for Lamar Jackson. Get out. Get out now. Don't even pack your bags. Just get the hell out.
I told you. Check the batter. I'm telling you, you need to open your balcony door because it might need to let some fresh air in there.
Man, you remember that episode of Family Guy when Peter told Meg to get out and she wouldn't move? He punched a hole in the wall and said, "Get out!" That's how I feel right now. I'm going to punch a hole in the wall. Get out!
Nah, I ain't not seen that.
Oh, man.
Scooter said Jaden Blue had 45 catches and 6 touchdowns last season in college. Great, but are the Cowboys going to use him the correct way? Remember, you got Brian Schottenheimer. They could have got anybody to be head coach in Dallas. In Big D, you could have got anybody to be head coach. You got Brian Schottenheimer. Not Marty. Not Marty. You didn't get Marty. Marty's gone. I get that. I'm okay with that. But you got Brian Schottenheimer. You could have. He's not gonna. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it for him. This is not Brian Schottenheimer.
Gleam, man. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam.
They're not gonna get the gleam in Dallas. They're not gonna get the gleam. Not gonna happen. He probably doesn't even know what Marty Ball is. He's not going to play no type of Marty Ball. I don't believe in it. Just my opinion, though. And Midnight Rider said week 8. Week 8.
Week 8 for what, MR?
I think that's when Jackson Dart starts. And said Coach Hologram Marty Schottenheimer.
Yeah, Midnight Rider said Jackson Dart ain't going to start soon because it's a gauntlet. It's a powerful bunch of teams they got to play early on. And he's telling me that the Giants won't let Dart play early like that. Why not? I'll tell you, I think Dart comes in as soon as the situation arrives.
I'm telling you, if Russ come out here and stink up the joint, have one of them 3-4 interception games, he might not start the next game, but he might play a quarter or two or half if Russ is coming out there bad, and they might ease him in there. But yeah, week 8. Now we got to put in a pot of over under on week 8. Midnight Rider. We'll get to that in our private chat. We got to put a little thing in the pot.
And Damien says, if you don't know where Blue went to college, then you don't know about Blue. He's gonna go crazy, and Washington wins the East, going to the bowl. And hold on. Also says, what are you saying about Brian? You said about the Detroit coach when he was hired. No. I was a proponent about hiring Dan Campbell because his opening press conference about biting kneecaps off, I was all in, ankles taped, mouthpiece in, ready to run through a wall. When he said biting kneecaps off, I was already in. I am familiar with Dan Campbell as a player and as a coach. Very familiar. And Scooter said the Cowboys are passing more than cars on 495 in the right lanes. Blue can get 50 catches this season. Oh, well.
Hey, I said that earlier. I said Dak and CD, if that unit is healthy, they're going to score. They're going to score. They're going to score. They're going to put up some numbers, and they're going to lose 38-41, 38-45, because they're not going to be able to stop. They ain't going to be able to catch a cold on defense.
Yeah.
And they're going to put up numbers, but it's just so many holes on that team, and I think the Dak CD combination is going to open up the running game, a little bit. It's going to open up the backfield, but yeah, they're going to have a tough time this year.
Jesse said he can't wait for Green Bay to play the Dallas Cowboys in Week 4.
Is that in Dallas?
I think it is. Yes, I do. I owe you 10 plays, Coach. I know I do. I owe you 10 plays. And we all look. I still got.
Coach ain't letting that go. Coach
I hope you know.
You're going out there.
Here's the thing. Long as I got Coach on my side, I'm good. Hey, Lovey. Coach said I owe him 10 plays. I need you to help me stretch for Friday. I need to be out there. I need you to take my ankles up and let's go. Coach said I owe him 10 plays. I got to do what Coach say. He said I owe him 10 plays. Coach, I don't know if I can play.
He ain't playing shit.
Coach, I don't know. You got to kidnap me and have a trainer take me up at the field. Ooh, shoot. I showed her the pair of cleats, Jack. She was like, what you doing with those? Midnight Rider said, Damien's the guy that wants in on college football. Oh, yeah. And we cross-playing 26, ain't we?
Yeah. Tell him to shoot. Ben, hook him up with the information, or we'll get him in there if he won't play. We're going to start, we're going to try to start this weekend, giving everybody a chance to get in.
And J-Dub said Dak, CD, and Jaden Blue. We'll see. I'm going to look at this cat. And Coach said he got me, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Packers boys is in Dallas. Night game, 8:20.
That's good.
Game of the night.
Midnight Rider said, dog, you're going to be standing by me on sideline Friday night. Itching to go. Coach said,
Coach, you still play? You got 26?
And Damien, they on 26 right now. League ain't full, but they on 26.
No. I'm not playing 25. I'm not playing 20. No, we retire. Certain people retire at 25 because that's what we do. We retire games and we move on. 26 is waiting. Mr. Flat,
I
Mr.
feel like
Floor,
that was a
Floor
jab.
Model TV. No. That was, I try to come in with a right hook. That wasn't no damn jab.
Don't get mad at me because I keep my franchises and my dynasties going. I still got a dynasty Madden 10 going. What you talking about?
Who's the number one team in 25?
Moving right along, man.
And they ain't even using control. No. Tell me who the number one team is in college football 25.
The University of Maryland.
Okay. Who was that controlled by?
It was controlled by you, but that's because you beat Georgia. Your team beat Georgia. Stop it, please. Look at the time, man. The boss said we gotta get up out of here.
No, I ain't say nothing like that.
He said shit. He said shit.
I ain't say shit. Nah.
And
Yeah.
Daniel says, don't forget about Pickens. I did forget about Pickens. Don't forget about Pickens. They got if he can keep his head on straight, they're gonna have a nice passing game, but no run game.
No.
Yeah.
Now,
Coach got 26.
We'll see what the run game do. And coach said, damn right. So
Okay.
He got 26.
Okay. Hey,
before we get out of here, who's your
text
wild
me.
card?
Yeah, text me.
Who's your 3 wild card teams?
I'm gonna take Packers. Packers, Falcons, Rams.
Jack?
Go. Damn. Commanders, Rams, Lions.
You said Commanders, Rams.
Hold on. Hold on, CJ. Big guy. I picked the Rams at 3rd, didn't I?
I believe you
In
did.
the division. Yeah.
No.
So
You picked the Rams to win the division.
I'm sorry.
The
Take
Falcons
out.
to win the division.
Yeah, he picked the
West.
Falcons.
Oh,
Take the Falcons out of the wild. I say the Falcons. I mean the Commanders. Give me the Commanders,
All right.
not the Falcons.
I picked the Falcons to win the South.
Yeah, the South, but the
Yes,
Rams
you
in the
did.
West.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where did I have the Lions at? Oh,
You had the Lions.
I'm confused as hell.
Yeah.
Just go with what I said. Washington, LA, Detroit. I didn't have Detroit winning the North. I had Green Bay winning the North. All right, I'm right now.
Right.
All right.
Washington, LA, Rams, Detroit, Lions.
I'm going to take Philly.
I want that.
I'm going to take Philly, the Rams, and go ahead and give me the Seahawks.
Hawks.
Nope, I'm lying. Not the Seahawks. I got the Rams. Give me the Vikings. Sorry, rephrase that. Green Bay, because I had the Vikings.
Good.
Green Bay.
God.
Don't talk to me. And J Dub said sleeping on Jaden Blue. Scooter said if you can't run, just pass. Yeah. Damien says Tampa Bay Eagles Packers for his wild card. Jesse says Packers Rams Buccaneers. Midnight Rider said LOL Jack has me crying. Isn't that always do? All right, final thoughts before we get up out of here so we can wrap this shit up, B. What y'all got?
Just real quick for me, it was good being back on the show. I think y'all be seeing more of me starting next week. But good to see y'all. Good to see y'all faces. Everybody in the comments, thanks for the support. Like always, we got some new things on the horizon. Nothing I can speak of right now. But we got some new things on the horizon coming up. We're working on some things. And you'll see them momentarily, I guess. So stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. I'm just ready
Jack,
for
what you got?
Thursday. Let's get this football started. Thursday gonna be a good one. We got Dallas and Philly, and then Saturday some more college ball, and then Sunday. Dun 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 dun. Let's get it. I'm just ready for football.
Let me get you right. That's what you're ready for. That's what we all waiting for. It's about
I
that.
didn't hear nothing. What was that? Was I supposed to hear something?
You didn't hear that?
I didn't
He
hear
heard
anything.
it.
I just
He
saw
wouldn't
you-
have known you said.
No. I'm serious. I didn't hear anything.
Right now. Dun-dun.
You don't hear that?
I must be on the bootleg version of StreamYard.
We didn't want you to hear that. You know? You gotta come back. You gotta be on 2 shows in a row to hear that.
Yeah, I guess some of my privileges got revoked. So I'm gonna just fire everybody. Fuck it.
Well, my final thoughts are like this is the time of the year, and I keep saying this is when everything converges, and we are hitting the most wonderful time of the year. We got WNBA playoffs heating up. We got to be able to get into that. Baseball playoffs heating up. We got to be able to get into that. Football's back. Basketball training camps getting ready to start. Hockey training camps getting ready to start. Man, everything is starting to line up, and it's a happy time of the year. So, and the fall's hitting. It's getting dark around 8 o'clock. The weather's starting to really. Oh, yes, I
when
do.
it start getting dark early.
Yes, I love when it get dark at 4.
Now say it the way you want to say it. Yeah, yes.
No. I'm not Carl Anthony Towns. I'm good.
But yeah, I don't like that.
Weather starting to get real good, so
now I'm with you on that. The weather is starting. Compared to that Super Bowl we had over the summertime, yeah, I'll take this every day.
Mm-hmm.
So
got my window open.
Scooter, I like this one right here. Scooter said, I'm taking the Lions, Cardinals, the Redskins football team commanders, formerly known as the Boston Braves, for the wild cards. I like that. J-Dub signing off. See you later, J-Dub. See you on Thursday.
Oh, real quick before we go, anybody that want to be in a college football 26 league, you got PlayStation or Xbox, you want to hop in, feel free. If you know somebody, just send us a message on Facebook and Messenger, and we'll add them on. And like I said, we're gonna get things started this weekend. What's up, Jack?
Yeah, and you can see on the Sideline Junkies, might be on the 24/7 page. I'll tell Ben to shoot it out again. The Pick'em League we're in. We post that on our page, and it's pretty competitive. Talk a lot of smack. So if you want to get in our Pick'em League, check that out on our page as well.
Absolutely. It's recorded, so nobody can come back and say, oh, no, I didn't pick that. Nah, your picks are recorded by a third party, and that's how we do it. So you can talk, like Jack said, you can talk your smack, and we can see who is the king of Pick'em. Who was the king of Pick'em last year?
Midnight Rider.
Okay.
Conti.
Yeah.
I was right. Me and Matt right back enough. But also, KG brought up WNBA playoffs is coming. I do think we should discuss a little bit of that on Sunday. I know Sunday's going to be our first pregame show.
We can open up with that.
I think so. I definitely think so. It's heating up.
Yeah, we can open up with that. Jesse Young says he'll be in town for the Washington versus Detroit game. Okay, 10-4. 10-4.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And he said, don't forget, it's a game on Friday, NFL night game.
Okay.
Really?
And next week, KG breaks down the lineage of the Baltimore Guards. No, I'd rather break down the lineage of the Baltimore Colts. We can do the initial franchise from 50.
No. Don't even do that because I've been asking you to start a series on this. You want to do it?
Hold on. What was your thing? I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna throw something at you. I want you to make videos on it. Yeah, get off the camera. That's what I do. I'm gonna throw you something.
Nah, hey guys.
I'm gonna throw it at you.
Jesse's correct. Jesse's definitely correct. I missed this game. I forgot all about it. Kansas City and the Chargers play Friday night, 8 o'clock.
Is that the overseas game?
Okay.
Is it?
Casey and the Chargers. All right, guys, we got to get up out of here.
I don't have an arena. Yes, it's in Brazil.
Okay, that's why it's Friday night.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, let's post the links for the Pick'em. And like I said, please join if you want to join. And our next show will be
Wednesday, tomorrow. Jack, who you got on the passenger seat before we get out of here?
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Go right into it.
Tomorrow night. Good. Oh, that's right. I got Derek Mason from Johns Hopkins University. Sorry, guys. I got so many people been on lately. Yeah, Derek Mason, Johns Hopkins University football coach. He is not the head coach, but he is an assistant coach for Johns Hopkins University. They got a solid D3 football team, man. I think they won their division in the past 2-3 years. So I look forward to talking Johns Hopkins football because you always hear about lacrosse when you talk up there. I'm pretty sure Hopkins is where he's at. I'm going to put the ad out tonight, everybody, so you'll see it. I'll put the ad out tonight with all Derek's specific information. And we come on tomorrow night, 8 p.m., man. Watch me now.
All right. And Damien says add him to the NCA. So Midnight Rider, get the information so he can be added in there. But we got to get out of here, so we got to add him out of here. That's Gentleman Jack. That's the boss BJ. I'm the big guy KG. Thank you everybody that like, shared, subscribe, comment, everything, man. Y'all make this thing do what it do. Coach, I'm gonna sweet talk my wife and see if she let me go ahead and lace them up on Saturday. If I can get 10 plays on Saturday, I know I can get at least 3 sacks. I'm ready. I gotta hurry up before she come right corner. The look she's giving me. Hey,
he get 10 plays. He's gonna be in the ICU.
Tell her you getting 10 plays. We need 2 plays from her.
I'm trying to get her out on the court because I know she got a dangerous corner 3, but she talking about she ain't never played. She doesn't play basketball, but I know she hooped though.
Let's tiptoe out of here.
Yeah, let's tiptoe out of here because I gotta behave, coach. I'm trying to get this floor model TV and this daggone its component system, so I gotta behave. So for the boss BJ, the Gentleman Jack, the Midnight Rider on special assignment, we are out of here.